But we're going to get started. My name's Ed Sullivan, and I want to tell you a little bit about myself real quick. Kind of grew up in a very abused home. This kind of set the pace for my whole entire life. I left home when I was 15, hitchhiked from Virginia to Texas. I lived on the streets, ate out of garbage cans. I ate off the food trays at McDonald's, and what happened was a 22-year-old manager at McDonald's found me, saw what I was doing. Him and his wife took me in, got me straight, and straightened my life out and headed me in the right direction. To make a long story short, I ended up dropping out of school in the 8th grade. I ended up going back, getting my diploma, got all the schooling I needed to do, and got a job with an aerospace company. I did that for 17 years. Life was good. I thought I was going to retire there. Well, sometimes life doesn't work out the way you think it's going to, so you just have to regroup. I got laid off with 900 other people. Spent 2.5 years looking for work. At the age of 42, trying to find a job was near impossible. Target, Walmart, McDonald's, none of those places would hire me. Said I was too overqualified. I'm not afraid to do hard work, so I didn't think I was. Fortunately for me, I had a great wife who has taken care of our family and has done everything to help us survive through all this. But it's been tight. We have 8 kids, and now we're about to have 8 grandchildren because I got 2 sets of twins coming, so I'm kind of blessed with that. But I managed to find another job, and I did pretty well here at this other place I'm at. Got into management there. And I'm just like you. I'm just an average person, but I have a big story and a lot of things that have happened in my life. So when I got introduced to direct sales, network marketing, I couldn't believe that nobody had ever brought this up to me before. Nobody had ever even talked to me about this. So I was amazed because it kind of blew me away. I couldn't believe the potential and the freedom that it was going to give me and my wife. And that's what we've been working on. And that's what we're doing now. So with this, we teamed up with David and Carrie Bignar, who turned out to be probably the most uplifting and honest, straightforward people we've ever met in our lives. They really motivate us. They really help us with everything we need to do. Well, they teamed up with Robert Hollis, who is now teamed up with their entire team. So for me, that's awesome. If you don't know who Robert Hollis is, go check him out at lifemechanic.com. His story is amazing as well. But like I said, the Bignars, they were in another company we were in. They left, and if you go to davidandcarriebignar.com, they'll tell you their story, and it's amazing. Well, when they left, we were wondering what we were going to do. We weren't real happy with the company we were with anyway, so we were kind of looking around, and we called them up and said, hey, what's going on? They told us what they were doing, and we're like, okay, can we join your team? Okay, because we know where you're going. And it's been a blessing ever since. So, like I said, go to davidandcarriebignar.com. My wife and I, Sheila, we're going to have our website up. I said like 2 days ago that didn't happen. So it's a lot harder than I thought it was trying to put all that together. And David knows because he's been working on his forever, and he just got his up. So, and his looks fantastic. So now he set the bar. So now I've got to, try to do the same thing. So, because that's just how I am. I can't let David show me up. We got to get right there with him. So, but it will be up soon. It'll be editandsheilasullivan.com, and you can go there and get tips and stuff like we're doing right now. All our blogs and stuff are going to be on there. Yeah, I thought you'd find that funny, David. But one of the biggest reasons we're doing this now is we're doing like David and Carrie. We want to help people that are in this business, and not only just in business, but in life. Maybe something that we're going to show you or talk to you about is going to help you in your everyday life, in your everyday business, or if you are in direct sales or network marketing, it's going to help you in that business as well. So we're hoping that you get something from this. If you do, let us know. If not, let us know, and we'll try to figure something out. So, all right, so to go on with today's little thing that I want to talk about is part of the business, and it's network marketers sort, okay? And the example is we're going to use this deck of cards here, okay? This is going to help you in your business, believe it or not. And another leader that we knew in another company, Freddie Malero, is the one that I learned this from. So, and I had to write everything down. So like I say, if you see me looking down, it's okay. But people, you invite people to parties or meetings or something, and you go there and you talk to them. and you call them up and you schedule it, and then they cancel on you. Well, one thing we've learned is people are people. Stuff's going to happen. So when you run into that challenge and you've talked to 4 or 5 people, and those people said, no, I'm not interested, or they just said no, you start getting a little discouraged. And what I want to tell you is don't get discouraged. Remember, 4 or 5 people, that's not really a whole lot of people. You should have already talked to like hundreds of people. Okay. And then if you got hundreds of people that said no, then maybe get a little discouraged, but then you just keep going. So, and we'll go into that. So if you're doing this right, you're talking to hundreds of people. You're not just talking to 4 or 5 people. And at the beginning, when you start this, 4 or 5 people say no, it does get a little discouraging. Trust me, we've been through this. The big nards have been through it. Robert Hollis has been through it. Everybody's been through it. The key is just to not give up. So, at the end of the day, what it is your job is just to sort. It's not to sell. So the question most of you would ask is, how do I convince them? That's what people ask is, how do I convince somebody? And your job is not to convince them. Your job is just to sort through them and ask them the right questions. If it's the right time for them, and it's the right time in their life, you'll get them going. And if not, you're just asking for referrals. Okay. And remember, that's a big key to everybody you talk to is just to ask them for referrals. If they're not interested, they may know somebody that is interested. So referrals are a really big thing, and that's what you want to do. So here's a little example of how we do this using a deck of cards, 52 cards. And you can use this when you're talking to your team or anybody else, or just anybody you're talking to in network marketing, or even just regular people. A deck of cards has 52 cards in it, right? There's 4 aces, and our job is just to sort through it and find those aces. And that's just what this business is. So the people you're going to contact, on your list, they're just like this deck of cards. The first person you call, right? 2 of diamonds. That's the person you call, and they don't have time for this at all. Okay? But this is the same person who doesn't have time for his kids, or he doesn't have time for anything in his life. And, I share that with you because this is a person who's what's the word I'm looking? He's using excuses to run his life instead of making a reason to do this. Because network marketing provides that opportunity to be free. Well, he's using an excuse. I don't have time. Okay, so what do we do here with this one? With those people, you just plant the seed and move on. Okay. The next one you get 3 of diamonds. Okay, those are the people you show up at their house and they say, somebody told me about it. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not doing it. Again, what do? Move on. Okay, ask them for a referral, but move on. Again, and these are like all in order, it seems like. So 4 diamonds. Okay, this may be the person that says, I'm in it. You sign them up, get their credit card, it doesn't go through, and they say, try it again. You try it again and it still doesn't go through, and they give you another card and that doesn't go through, and then they start blaming your company for this. Again, they blame your company. It doesn't work. My credit card's good, blah blah blah. Some kind of excuse. Then you never hear from them again. Move on. All right. Number 5 of diamonds. Okay, this is the person who, they did their due diligence, they did their research, and because they did their research, they heard it's a pyramid scheme. Okay, or they saw somebody did a blog, or somebody said it was a scam. Then all of a sudden they become an expert, and they're educating you on what you're doing. And what if their choice, that's their choice, or the way they're doing it, and they're ignorant about it. The fact that you're building a legitimate business or promoting a legitimate product, that's their choice. So you plant the seed, move on. Ask for referrals. Keep asking for referrals, though, okay, before you move on. And then there'll be these guys here, okay, the jokers. The jokers, okay. These are the guys. These are the guys that maybe that's a guy who says, "Hey, I've been in network marketing for a long time too. Why don't you come over and we can compare notes? And if yours is better than mine, then maybe I'll join you." All of a sudden, that just becomes a pissing match with somebody. You don't want to get into that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to run your business that way. Trying to go from business, taking somebody else. Just move on. Okay. All of a sudden, this guy joins, Mr. Six of Diamonds. And the two people he talked to, his mom and dad, they don't want to get in, so they say, the guy says to you, it ain't working. And so they quit. Get some referrals, move on. All right. Number 7. I'm not going to go through all 52 cards, so I've seen people dropping off, but I'm not going to do that. So this other person says they're too cool for this. They would never do network marketing. These are the first people you see when things go bad. They join network marketing. They join some other company, and then they call you. All right? And you're like, what? Seriously? I talked to you a month ago about this, and you said you didn't want to be in it. And now they want you to get into theirs. Move on. Get some referrals. Move on. But this is what I know is you just keep sorting through the cards and keep sorting through people. You'll find people like this guy. Okay, all of a sudden you got a Jack. You'll get people in your business that will break some pin ranks and make some money. And this guy, he looks really good right now, and he'll make some money, he'll break some pin ranks, and then you say, you know what? Then he'll say to you, you know what? It's not for me. And they'll be quitting, and all that's just all part of the process. So what do? You move on. Get some referrals. Okay. If you stay focused and consistent, the right people are always going to appear. If your intentions are right and leaving people better off than when you found them, you'll find the people and the timing is right, and they'll always find you. Okay, those are the people that you're looking for. Those are the aces. Those are the ones you're looking for, are the aces. Okay, those aces that you're looking for in the deck of cards, like I just showed you, they'll always pop out as long as you keep going. Okay, so we just went through what, seven cards. Okay, that wasn't a whole lot of cards, but we kept going. We kept looking. We found Mr. Jack. Okay, Mr. Jack was good. He did great. He stayed in it for a little bit. Then he decided it wasn't for him. But then you're going to find Mr. Ace. You're going to find that guy. And as long as you keep going, the cool thing about these aces are not only do they turn out to be superstars in your business, but they end up being a lot of your best friends. Okay, because they're like-minded and they're just great people. So in that process of sorting, you're like, wow. And you know what's cool about it when you find your first ace? Usually another one pops up. Okay, that's what's cool. They usually come either back to back, or you might sign this guy today and tomorrow this guy signs, or you might sign this guy today and next week and this guy signs. So when you find your next one, sometimes in the same day, then you start to have success in your business when you start getting these aces. No matter how long you've been doing this, you're still going to get these guys. You're still going to get people like this. You're still going to find people that are twos. Don't discount anybody. Our job is to just sift and sort, just like we just did with these cards. You find people that the time is right for, and you find the people that want to do this and that are actually going to work in your business. And the rest of them, we're just planting seeds and we're moving on. Bottom line is some will do it now, some will do it later, and some will never do it. So you just sort through everybody. Don't be discouraged. The thing about network marketing is it takes more heart than talent to actually do this business. Because anybody can do this. That's the great thing about this business. You got to find people that want it more, and they go for it more. They put blinders on. David, I said that. I think David said something about that. David and Gary in theirs the other day. You got to put blinders on, and those blinders are the ones that are going to help you, regardless in this business or anything in life. You're going to move in spite of life. You're going to move in spite of challenges and in spite of other people's opinions. And that's a big thing in this business, other people's opinions. Does it really matter what they think or what they're saying about you? No, it doesn't. The only one it matters to is you. So you are the one that matters when you're doing this. We're just sorting through. We're planting seeds. We're getting referrals. We're sorting through the people. And we just keep going. The secret to all this is just hard work. And it all begins with sorting. So don't sell and convince people to try and get your business. Become a professional sorter and not a seller. Okay? So that's it for me. I appreciate it. I hope you got something from this. Just keep sorting through the people. Do it daily. Like David said, 2 and 2. Okay, move it up to 3 and 3, 4 and 4. 4 or 5 people are not going to get you the business that you want. You need to talk to hundreds of people and talk to them every day. Talk to everybody. Meet new people every day. Sort through everybody that you can, and plant the seeds. And everybody you talk to, they're not interested, they say no, ask for a referral. Give me a referral. All right? I'm sure there's somebody that you know that would be interested or would be a rock star in this. All right? So that's all we're doing. We're just planting seeds and moving on. All right? So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for sharing. Whatever you guys are doing there, share. I'm going to try and keep doing this. I hope we're giving something of value to you, something that's going to help you in your business or in your daily life. All right? God bless. We love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow.